Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to another episode that I have on my YouTube podcast. So, actually, again, I do have a podcast, primarily audio, called Dropping Jewels Podcast. It's on all the major listening platforms. That's right, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Spotify. So, definitely check out those episodes that I discuss various things about self awareness, self improvement, just things that we may feel that is sometimes taboo, but it definitely gives you insight and a great conversational piece. With this episode, I wanted to talk about career moves, and especially in the education field. Teachers come in various experiences. Teachers have various educational backgrounds, and then you also have teachers that are literally come straight forward with the specific credentials that's needed to teach. So, again, we're going to talk about certification versus non certification in regards to teachers. Lately, in the last couple of years, it has been a touchy subject because not only is the education system is not only does the education system need good teachers, but there is a teacher shortage. And it's only a teacher shortage because of the lack of certification. So, as someone that has been in the education field for 26 years, I have never been certified ever. And I have taught major grade levels and major subjects. And I have taught a grade level 3 years in a row without being certified. So I want to go ahead and discuss the myths of certification. So, one of them is you get more perks than a certified teacher. That is absolutely false. You do not get more perks. If anything, you may get an extra $10,000 more as far as salary, but there's no, you still get holidays off. You still get, um, you still have PTO. You still have benefits. You still have a specific month monthly contract. And so goes back to the next point, you're not under contract just as long as certified teachers are. You are. Certified teacher normally is in contract for 10 months. Guess what? You are certified for 10 months, maybe minimum 9 months, depending on the school district. You do not get paid the summer. You do get paid the summer because you're under the contract. Unless you work at a district where you can choose to opt to have not get paid during the summertime. So that means your paycheck is a little bit more, but mind you, um, most teachers utilize the summertime just because if they want to get a second job, they can go ahead and get that job and stack up. So that's the smart move to make. Another one says you're smarter, wiser, and more knowledgeable than non certified teachers. Absolutely incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. Um, I can say confidently that I run circles around certified teachers' head. I know it may be controversial, but I do get um, and do various things that has put me on a level that is different. That is different. And I think honestly, the principals saw it at different schools and they saw it me and they felt like I was a good asset to their business or their school. So that's why they chose me. Uh, Another myth would be you need support, so you do not have your own classroom with your own students, with your own homeroom. Absolutely incorrect. Because the teacher shortage is real, you definitely don't have support. And you have the amount of children. If it's 25 kids, hey, guess what? You have 25 kids. If it's 16, um, you have 16. So it's that's a myth for sure. Another one says that you are less competent and can't do your job as best as the certified teachers. That's funny. Less competency. Man, so much stuff literally goes on that if you're saying if you didn't pass a test with a specific score, you're less competent or you're not competent. That's wild. Hmm. So, again, don't be discouraged because there are definitely opportunities out there for you if you are not certified. Now, I can tell you that when one door closes, another door opens. But let's go ahead and talk about me and how climbing the ladder definitely is something that can be beneficial and should always be beneficial. So, as you know, with my podcast, we talk about things of self improvement, self awareness, definitely all about growth. And so, I have been in education for 26 years, and I mentioned that I'm not certified. Now, a lot of people are kind of upset because they feel like, how you not certified and you've taught fifth grade 3 years and you've been an academic interventionist and you've done things as far as being a mentor, and how's that possible and you're not certified? Because what they had to do was go by the motions of what people are telling them to do, even if it doesn't make any sense. Because why would you take a test? Number one, why would you take a test? You're already in the classroom. So those type of tests, those type of programs, they are to provide assistance, like kind of like they're to provide a guidance tool for you prior to you being in the classroom. But you're in the classroom already, and they want you to take an alternative teachers education program to be able to learn how to do classroom management, techniques and strategies for that, techniques and strategies for lesson planning. But you're doing all these things that a certified teacher does as well. You get the same pay as, at least you start off with the same year. So you start off with zero, just like a certified teacher does, especially if they're new to the district. But yeah, fluctuate maybe 10,000. And I'm being generous because it could be way less than that. You could be making an extra 300 more than I'm making. I have done things because the principals, the admin saw a skill set, a passion, interest that I had when it came to working with children. Now they are pushing the narrative I need certification. And to be honest, those same people that certified, hey, guess what? They're going to leave the school system and you're always going to have to start over. You can release a teacher that's not certified. Say, oh, your contract is over. We're not going to ask for you to come back next year. But you're going to go through the same cycle all over again. You're going to hire a non certified teacher and it's going to continue. Let's be aware and not forget that there are jobs out there that pays the same amount or more. You still have those perks of just weekdays working. You may not have all of Christmas off, which is those about 2.5 weeks, but you have those major holidays off. You still have PTO. You still have benefits. You still have 401k. You can also shift in education because education is not necessarily just in the classroom. You can be an education consultant. With my experience, I can talk about the difference because I felt like it didn't hurt or break me to not be certified. Yes, you come across those roadblocks. Oh, you're not certified. Oh, okay, we don't want to hire you. But somebody else will. That's the thing. Somebody else will. Why your vacant spot, it's just that it's still vacant. And throughout the year, you're still looking for somebody. You're still looking for someone. No one's knocking down the door to teach. I mean, you have bus drivers saying, I'm out. You having substitutes are limited because they don't want to sub at a school where they can't even keep full-time employees. You have a high turnover. You have teachers that leave a class and they still looking for people for months and months. So again, I guess I want my audience to listen to this and understand what is better. Is there anything that is such thing as better? Should you be certified? Should you not be certified? I really don't see any cons. The only thing that makes it a plus is if you don't want anyone to keep on asking you, are you certified? Are you certified? You know, people are struggling taking that certification test. And it's not just one test. It's like four tests within one, and then you have one separate test, and you may have to take between an extra one or two more tests. That's like 160 something dollars each. You're spending hours sitting down to take a test that you may or may not pass the first time around. If the passing score is 187, you just want to get 187 or 188. You're not trying to get 200. You're not trying to get 190. You just want to get that passing score because you didn't sick it about 5 times. Because see, why they're focusing on having you go into a program they may or may not reimburse you for when you finish that costs over $5,000. They need to be giving you a program to help you pass these tests, but they're not. You have to do it on your own. There's no study groups. But if they want to create a whole bunch of programs that's just taking your money that you've worked hard for and it's coming out of your pocket that affects your household. $400 every 2 weeks out your pocket for a total of a $5,000 program that's teaching you how to that's supposed to give you strategies and techniques on how to teach, in which you're doing that already. I need you to make it make sense. I'm not knocking anybody who doesn't want to hear, are you certified? Are you certified? I'm not knocking that because those are the same people that's going to take it and it's going to go through the motions, but they're going to get frustrated. They're going to get irritated. They're going to get discouraged because they have to take the test over and over again. Somebody asked me, why aren't you certified? And I asked them, why should I be? There are things in life that we make decisions based upon what we feel works best for us and best for our interest. And for me, this is one of them. I've worked with children, I've seen the ups and downs. I want to challenge a school. Just say if they implemented the district, however, they implemented something where after 4 years, you have to renew your certificate. But not just pay to renew it, you have to retake the test, including the quote unquote lifers. Oh, I know about lifers. Those are the ones that are older. Those are the ones that certification was a choice. And it still is, but they're trying to push the narrative like it's not. So the lifers who did opt to get a certification, I want them to take that test. These lifers about what, 60, 70, 80 years old. We take that test again. Because truth be told, you are learning new curriculums every day. You have to go home and do homework before you go stand in front of a classroom and teach a lesson because you're dealing with kids with different learning styles. So you have to present the material the way they should understand it, but you have to understand it first. This is not the same math and science and social studies and ELA, and the books are totally different. The students are totally different. So let's challenge that. Let's go back and say, hey, you if your certificate starts and it's expired in 5 years, instead of just paying 50, $60 to renew it so that it can become valid again, take that test. Let's see how many teachers are going to come back to their role. So while you pressuring people to be certified, let's also be mindful that the ones that are certified mentally, they're not there. You certified doing inappropriate things. You certified not, in your right mind. You certified being unstable. But you worried about certification for teachers. Competency has nothing to do with passing with a passing score. Has nothing to do with that. You ever had your driver's license and you see people like, oh my goodness, they should have gotten their driver's license taken away because once they study for the test, they're like everywhere. They running red lights. They're doing this and doing that. That's what teachers do. They get their certificate and then guess what? They are wilding out. They're wilding out. Before you know it, you're like, oh my goodness, the scandals are all over the place with these certified teachers. Teaching is something that is a skill, and we all know everyone is knocking down the door to teach. So don't discourage someone who wants to teach that's not certified. While you're saying, oh, I'll pay for this program, I'll do this, do this. That's another added issue. That is another added issue to being a teacher because not only do you have to do lesson plans, you have to go back to school, you have to do this, you have to do it's so much time consuming that you're gonna not be there for your family. Because truth be told, they want teachers to only think about education. So certification versus non-certification. It's not about which one would you choose. It's about the reality and the imbalance of those. The bottom line competency is the key. And if a principal can hire you without being certified and they know that you're a good asset to the school, that you give off good vibes, you give off good energy, you showcase your intelligence and your passion. I don't know why the district or anybody would stop that. So I just wanted to discuss that because we're pushing that narrative for teachers to get their certificate, but for what? For what? People are leaving, certified or not. And if you push the non certification teachers out the door, the cycle begins all over again. There are more teachers that's non certified than certified. There are more people that are interested in the classroom because guess what? There's perks there. So you have more people that's not certified going into the classroom. You need to keep them. You need to keep those that's not certified. They'll stay. See the ones that certified, they feel like they got options, and they do. But being non-certified gives you options as well because there's always a school that need teachers. Well, thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked that episode. Um, Again, listen to my podcast on various listening platforms. I would love your support. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel for more content that just is a good conversational piece. So until then, peace.